everybody. You can see we're in the Ansel Adams room today. It's the June 12th. They are doing construction in the club. For those of you who are not here in Green Valley and have not seen this, I'm going to share a quick picture with you so you can see what's doing. They're putting up walls in to separate the classroom, our big classroom, from the rest of the club. They're going to have a double door there. You can see that kind of through the ladder. It's right off. The room is just right off of the digital dark room. And we're also having sconce lighting put in like we've got in this Ansel Adams room. So when we're viewing videos, we don't have to turn the lights on and off. I think it's going to really be nice. So anyway.
And just for the record, Ansel is not here.
No, Ansel is not here. But if he was here, we would think it's bragging.
Yes, we would.
So anyway, so that's our fun. Well, why don't we start out? Holly, you've got a video to share with us. Why don't you tell us about it, and we'll see what you got.
Okay, this was just it's a Southwest Northeast Spring Flowers video, just a gallery type show, because I was lucky enough to be able to spend some of spring in each place. So I thought you'd enjoy seeing it.
Okay, great. All right, what do we think of that?
I like that.
No, done very nicely.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, the water was obviously the Northeast, and all the pricky things the Southwest.
Well, sure.
I really liked that transition thing you did with the pictures. What was that?
Oh, that's an automatic one you can do on the phone with iMovie. I did this all on the phone.
Oh, I liked that.
You know, the one shot I loved, and it was too short, was the waterfall shot.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was beautiful.
Yeah.
I'll have to do a waterfall one. A couple years ago, Ashley and I spent all our Sundays visiting various waterfalls here. So there's some nice shots.
Definitely. Well, and you know, there's good and bad with the automated. There's good that it creates all the neat little effects and transitions, but I doubt you can control the length of stuff. So basically you just pop it in a way.
Yeah, this was a quick one.
Okay. What do you think of the music in terms of that with the relation of the?
I like that. I like the music.
Yeah, thank you. That was from Apple Music, and you're able to choose from about a dozen on the phone, on the quick one.
Well, the other thing that I liked about that too with the music is the pace of the slides and the imagery is fast, so the music was peppy,
Yeah.
which kind of fit really nicely, I thought. Well, good. Does anybody have anything else on that? Okay, well, thank you, Holly. That was wonderful. Next, Diane, why don't we talk about the hummingbirds you've got?
Okay, so these are just some pictures that I took on my patio with my relatively new camera.
New gear. All right, well, let's take a look. We'll see what you got.
Beautiful color, very striking color.
Wow.
Big wow, I'd say.
Yeah, wow.
That's the.
Yeah, that was very cool. Beautiful, beautiful colors and birds and great shots out of them.
Job.
I would agree. Oh, go ahead. What do we think of we obviously, we love the photos. What do we think of the pace of that? Did you like that?
Yeah, I like the trees. I especially love that last shot where it's the hummingbird on the branch and it just sort of comes out. That was just a perfect ending for
Yeah.
that. Just
Right.
perfect, wonderful. And, I like the pace and I love the music, even with the
You mean with
buzz saw.
I love it when your camera picks up the audio. It's That's amazing.
Yeah, talk about a mood, God. With the dentist office, good God. There was a beautiful tranquility to that, and
Yeah.
unfortunately with the sawing, it killed it. But the good thing is on YouTube, we won't hear any of that because I'll have your
Okay.
video clean. I don't know, couldn't, Holly or Grace, could you hear the sawing?
No, I didn't.
No.
I didn't hear anything like.
Oh, good. That's good,
Yeah. What
because
I
it was
want to
horrible
know,
here.
what shutter speed were you using?
Did you hear that? What shutter
Yeah.
speeds approximately? I'm sure it's all over
Like
the place.
1600.
What?
1600.
100? It was,
Yeah, I
good.
think
They were going,
Yeah,
they were
that'd
good.
be fast.
it was fast. You could see there was some where there was some movement, so
Well, that's
probably a little slower there. No, not that that's a bad thing, but sometimes when it's getting a little darker or overcast, your shutter speed's gonna come down a little bit. But really well done. The one
Yeah.
thing, and think about this next time, as you're editing, you're a couple of times, I saw it maybe 3 or 4 times, when you're doing your transition, you got an image of the hummingbird, well, the next one's coming in right on top of it. So what I'm saying is, maybe flip a picture, or, so what I'd like to see you do is have one come in, here's the image of a bird here, now bring that second one over here.
Not sure. Quality.
Oh, let me show real quick.
You're saying you're duplicating the bird's position.
The positioning is
Okay.
the same as the transition, and so if we look,
Also, just to reverse the image then.
So that they're like.
well, it's not that you have to reverse hang it.
Well, John would get upset.
Well, no, there was no hummingbird sound. See right here? Hang on as I play this. See how it's coming right on top? You did that, it happened a few times. And the other way to do that too is you don't have to be sequential, so to speak, even though it's the same bird.
Yeah,
Throw them somewhere else. So,
yeah. I debated about that. Do I do 2 and 2 and 2, or do I mix them all up?
well, it's okay that you do 2, 2, 2. I think when you're editing, that's one of the things I try to do is, if especially with those slow dissolves and the slow movement, which is beautiful, is having something come up here and then something comes in this area of the frame.
Okay.
The next one comes over here.
Okay.
You're constantly moving it around, so as that dissolve is happening,
Yeah.
you're seeing the next image come, and it's not fighting with your current image.
Yeah.
That's a minor thing, but
Well,
other
I
than
can see it. Yeah.
other than that, I'd say very well done.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
As we were talking earlier, they're so hard to shoot, the hummingbirds. They're there for a second and they're gone somewhere else. By about the time you focus on them, they're gone. You miss the shot.
And you're
So,
using autofocus on all this, right?
Yes.
yeah. Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, that's gotta be really hard with autofocus.
It's real hard.
So fast.
Well, even manual focus is hard.
Yeah,
So, especially with something like that, I think you have to autofocus it.
Yeah,
but
there's no way you can do manual focus with hummingbirds.
yeah.
I don't think.
I actually had one right here this morning,
In your ear?
just about.
Yeah.
It was,
Was that at the ranch?
no, it
Oh,
was
to the
at
house?
home.
Okay.
I was putting the birds seat out and I went,
Ah,
don't move.
ah.
I think it was actually interested in my hair.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Maybe let your
Go
hair
for a red splash.
One of the
Get a
things
nest.
Yeah,
that helps is if you pre-focus,
Sure,
like on where they feed,
yes,
and then you can move over sideways a little bit.
sure,
And that helps.
I would agree. Sometimes, especially when you're shooting really telephoto on something like that, and that autofocus, it can't pick them up, and so it does this in and out thing, or it's completely out, and it just, because they're so damn small, and in the frame, if they're small, it's hard for the autofocus sometimes pick that up, so that's a great suggestion. Yeah, all right. Does anybody have anything else on that? I want to know what the next slideshow is going to be, because that's beautiful.
Yeah.
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 I want to, if you're going to do another one, add just a short clip of video. So we see how fast they're really moving.
Be nice.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, and certainly with something like that,
good idea.
maybe that's where you've got the camera on a tripod and you're focused on a feeder or an area where you know they're going to be, so you can just kind of lock it down and you don't have to move it.
Yeah.
with them.
Or when it was on the fountain,
Yeah.
that
Oh,
would make
yeah.
it fantastic.
Yeah.
I do that with mine.
Sure.
That was
Makes a fantastic video.
All right. Well done on that.
Yeah.
I really excellent. You heard from the applause. We loved it. So
Yeah.
good job there. All right. Well, Jim's got one to share with us. Why don't you tell us about it?
Yeah, first I'd like to make a few comments.
Sure.
I haven't done a presentation in some time, primarily because my wife and I have been busy traveling and my computer's messed up and I've got to get a new one and all. But I came across this presentation that we're going to look at was on my computer screen. And I did it a few years ago. And you will find at the end, I want to invite you all over to our place sometime to have drinks in the afternoon. A nice gathering and we can talk or whatever, but so
Drink got his attention.
I know. I'm coming over at 3, is that okay?
so this is not a complicated presentation with a lot of whistles and bells, but it's very kind of soothing.
Okay, cool.
Take you from where we live. It's kind of cool thing.
Yeah, it was nice.
I hope y'all can make it some. And I really don't know who painted all those rocks, or if it was a number of different people or whatever, but it was really something.
It was probably a number of different people.
Yeah.
A number of these before,
I like the one that said rock.
Just in case anybody's confused,
Well,
but
I think somebody put a rock in our yard. We still have it here. Apparently the,
and actually they change it up time to time.
oh, I just turned it over.
Oh, they changed it up.
I just checked it out because apparently what you're supposed to do is go put it in somebody else's.
Yeah.
And we've got a new neighbor, so I'm gonna move it from our yard down to the.
Now, I don't know how many Democrats there are in here versus Republicans, but that's what was going on at that time in our neighborhood. Always.
I sort of felt that that was out of context.
Yeah.
For the rest of the,
Yeah.
Okay.
those slides.
You know, the other thing that I was thinking too was it would have been nice to break up some of the shots in terms of, we had about 20 rock shots in a row. You had all these beautiful, you know, scenic shots in terms of the neighborhood, the sky, and the plants and everything. And then you kind of had this section with the rocks. And then at the end, then you kind of went back to some of the scenic, you know, neighborhood pictures.
That was on the walk home at that.
Yeah,
point.
but I guess what I'm saying is instead of this being sequential again,
Yeah.
we talk about sequential, is to break some of that up. So maybe give me a panoramic shot and then a couple of rocks. Then give me a cactus shot, a couple of rocks. The javelinas and a couple of rocks. Just kind of break it up. Because at first it was like, okay, this is interesting with the rocks, and then it's sometimes like, okay, I've seen.
No, I agree. We
Yeah.
did this a few years ago. And
You know, my observation was that we look at this and it doesn't seem exotic. I mean, we're used to the cactus, we're used to
Right.
the landscape or whatever. But if somebody from Hoboken, New Jersey looked at that,
Yeah.
this would be a real experience. They would find this to be very strange.
Well, and certainly the critters from the
Yeah.
snakes and the
Oh.
tarantulas and the hobbies.
They would say, how could you live there?
Well, thanks for showing it. Any of you seen it before?
I've seen it before. You've shown it, I've seen
I
it.
think I did.
Yeah.
But I couldn't remember.
I thought the music was good. And it gave that nice tranquil feeling. Again.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
pace of the slides were nice. And I think for the next time, just kind of mix it up a little
Sure.
bit. And I think you're gonna have something really nice.
Thank you.
Okay. Ladies on Zoom, do we have any comments on that, or are you good?
Well, I thought it was easy listening and easy walking, and I liked the sequence because it was the sequence of the walk, and I thought that was the point.
Definitely, I would agree with that. Okay, all right. Well, I've got a couple of videos to show here. They're both pretty short. We're doing, for Equine Voices, we just did a teaser video because they're going to have the upcoming fall fundraiser and big fundraiser. So I was out at Equine Voices on Friday shooting. We shot Karen, the founder, talking about what we tried to do in this video was talk about kind of what had happened this past year for those who hadn't seen it, and then what was coming up for this year.
Now, you didn't kill her, did you?
I did not kill her. I shot her with video. I did not shoot her with a gun. So anyway, so this is a quick little 2-minute goodie. Let's take a look.
Hi everybody, I'm here with Spirit at Equine Voices Rescue and Sanctuary. Are you ready to kick up your heels? October 22nd from 1 to 6 is our fall fundraiser at the Longhorn Bar and Grill in Amado, Arizona. If you were with us last year for our event in November at the Longhorn, we had so much fun. The theme was Let's Groove Tonight, and it was a 70s theme. We all dressed up in our 70s outfits and danced till our heart's content. Thanks to our donors, we had an amazing array of silent auction items. Everything from beautiful artwork, original artwork, to gift certificates, to jewelry, and pottery, and all kinds of things. Our MC for the evening, David Rickener, always does such a wonderful job leading the group in the evening's activities. We're so happy that David will be the MC again at this year's fall fundraiser. Besides all the items in the silent auction, we also have a select number of featured high-dollar items that our auctioneer, Suba Novell, auctioned off to the delight of the crowd. The interest in these marquee auction items have always been well received, and the bidding can get quite intense. We had a wonderful band, the Dina Preston Band, and we just had such a good time. The food was amazing, the drinks were flowing, and people were bidding, all to support the horses of Equine Voices. Last year we had it at the Longhorn Bar and Grill, and it was in the evening, and this year we decided to change things up a little bit. Kick up your heels, put your boots on, put your jeans on, and let's dance. We will have a variety of items again this year because our donors are so incredible and they do support the horses. We have an amazing band again this year, a national recording artist, Bobby Joe Bell, who writes a lot of his own songs, and he will help us kick up our heels and have a great time. And Suba Novell to conduct the live auction. Hope to see you at this year's event. Help us support the horses in our care. Equine Voices Rescue and Sanctuary. We are so excited that we're already planning our 20th anniversary next year in the fall of 2024. Hope to see you then.
Sorry, what was that, Jim?
Yeah.
Jim?
Did she give the date or when?
Oh, yeah, she did at the very beginning, and they'll, as they put this out on social media, obviously there'll be the links to sign up and register and everything else. Now, what do you think?
That's a done deal?
I'm sorry, what's that, Holly?
That's not a draft, that's done?
No, that's a done deal. It's good. Unless you think, is there something you want to change?
Oh, well, I heard her say this year was going to be different as far as the timing, but I didn't hear the new time. Maybe I just missed it.
You know, we did, that's something that we did miss. In terms,
October 22nd,
yeah,
1 to 6.
yeah, but when she, in the video, when she said it, when she was talking about it, she didn't say, she just said that we're doing something different. Probably in hindsight, I should have had, well, we've already recorded it and you're done. She should have probably said, we're going to, instead of being in the night, we're going to be in the daytime, meaning at that section of the video. So, yeah, yes.
Yeah.
I think she could have repeated the date and time at the very end as a closure to the whole thing.
That would have been fine. I think the everything that when we're doing these things, it's off the cuff, meaning that there's no script. And so sometimes as you're doing stuff, you're trying to keep everything in your mind. Okay, what are we talking about? What did we talk about? Did we mention stuff? And go from there. That's something I'd say that I miss.
I think that piece is very
Yeah.
good.
Is it?
Yes.
In terms
The
of
structure of it is, I mean, the other thing is, what is it intended to do? Highlight this year's auction or promote next year's auction? Because it's not delineated. The structure just doesn't work.
Okay. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the idea behind it was show you, if you weren't there, show you what you missed from what this past November. And then now showing you, okay, here's what's gonna happen this year, kind of a thing.
If the structure had been so that it was very clear that that's what we were doing in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then you promoted next year's, that'd be great.
Okay. I'd love if you have an idea on that in terms of what you, I understand what you're saying, but I'd love
That's why I'm
to.
saying people in here are kind of confused by it.
Yeah, are people confused a little bit by it?
It kind of threw me
No.
when she jumped into 24.
Well.
Yeah, I would have left that out too, the 2024 stuff.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm appreciating what Phil is saying, because, I mean, you mentioned that in the beginning.
Right.
You know, that this is for, but yeah, there were things that were missed, maybe just having some notes to make sure we want to get these
Sure.
items covered
sure,
for the flow of it,
sure,
you know, rather than just off the cuff.
okay.
But I didn't know what the purpose was, so.
Well, you know, it's good to know, and that's something that possibly I'll have to go, I can go back and edit this again.
It's beautifully done. I mean, don't get me wrong.
No,
I mean, it flows, it works.
Sure.
It's not full of jump cuts and weird audio. You know,
Right.
really good job. But the whole concept to me was jumbled.
I
You know
would love to see at the end of it, that would say the date, the time,
Sure,
place. I mean, because that's.
we can put that up
you know,
again.
you want to draw people to go
Sure.
to it, and it was missing. I think that's part of the
Okay.
confusion is what is this?
Sure.
Yeah.
Because there was nothing to.
Sure.
That would have made it a lot plainer.
Oh, that's fine, and you know, the good thing is, I may have another ending for her where she's not talking about 2024. Because that was, as we were discussing all this, that's the 20-year anniversary is in 24, and so it's like, okay, what are we gonna do for that? And I may have another ending for her, I'll have to go back and look and see.
And she's a great spokesperson. The only thing I would say from a directorial standpoint is people are always mistaken, who is she talking to?
Oh, you mean, she's off camera?
Well, she's looking off camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
I think
was. And
it's
usually
a
she
sense
doesn't
of
do
talking.
that.
You're not talking to me,
Right.
but that's just.
Yeah.
Well, I think when we do, and maybe this is something that I've done, I mean, she did at the beginning, was talking to the camera because she had
Yeah,
the horse with her spirit.
Right.
that's what I noticed, is at the end, she wasn't looking anymore.
I'm so used to doing Caterpillar stuff. We never have people look at the camera. They're always looking off camera talking to somebody.
Depends on what your purpose is.
Right.
I guess it's almost like I don't know, that's something that I could have her do, where she would all kinds of, well, I'm not saying I'm gonna go back and do it, I got too much to do. But I'm just saying in terms of, in future.
Well, we know you're very busy.
You know, busy, damn it. I banged this out in one day, come on.
You did a good job. I'm not, you know, it's just.
No, I trust me, I don't, I appreciate the thoughts because I want this to be really good and I can go ahead and change it. It's not like this is in cement and it's done and it's out there. I like the idea if I can find a different ending for her. And I also love putting the date up and the times again at the end. And possibly too, when she's doing the kick up your heels thing, I can go ahead and put the time in there to make that a little bit more clear as to what's going on.
Yeah,
And that wouldn't be a problem.
because all the others have been in the evening, this is the. first
Yeah,
one.
this is the first one that they did. They'll be doing it
You
again.
ask.
I'm glad. Hey,
Well,
I always
Kevin?
say, oh, go ahead.
I've seen Karen's videos before, and usually she does talk to the lens, to the audience. And probably you're going to be doing other ones with her.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
So I
definitely.
think it's good just to keep that in mind because it was distracting in this one when she started looking off camera.
Okay. Well, and here's the good thing too, folks. It's not like I'm putting this out here as this is the be all and end all. I want to hear feedback on something. If I don't, it's like the thing of if a restaurant, if the service is bad, if you don't tell the manager, hey, the service is not good, how do they know to improve? They don't know.
So
So
go on next door.
there you go. Well, so anyway, I don't mind the criticism at all, and I welcome it. So if we can make these things better and more clear, then I'm all for it. So thank you for that.
Kevin?
Yeah, go ahead, Grace.
Well, I think Sherry kind of beat me to it. I was trying to get it in that toward the end, you were saying it needed to be defined as to when this was going to be, and you could put that in as text and not have her go back and re-say it. She said it at the beginning, but you could put it in as just some text toward the end somewhere.
And leave it up long enough so people can copy it down or.
Oh, I would agree. I think also you have to remember too that you're going to see this in context of a social media post. So you're going to have all that. All that information is going to be there in the post in terms of click here to register, times, dates, all that stuff. But I still think it's a good idea. I like that idea of fixing a couple of little areas, adding some text just to make it a little clearer and go from there. The interesting thing, I'd have to show you the one we did last year. I don't have it with me, but it'd be interesting to see what you thought of that because it was the same idea where they. Now I wasn't involved in the one before in terms of we had some still photography. Were you at that one 2 years ago or not?
No.
Okay, I got stuff from them.
Yeah.
Anyway, but we showed some pictures and talked about what they did the year before, and then here's what's happening this year.
It looks like a great event.
It is a great event. It's the big fundraiser. It's the big fundraiser. Okay, well, anytime you're doing these things that are off the cuff, things don't always go as planned. So we have a little blooper reel we put together, and I'll show you that.
Our fall fundraiser is right around the corner.
God, it was so close. Try one more time.
Okay. Okay.
So, okay, let me roll.
Okay, wait. How do you want me to start it? If you were with us last year. Okay. Yeah.
Hang on.
Hang on.
Okay.
And dance till our heart's content.
Perfect.
Okay.
Now let's talk about all the different things.
Okay. Okay. He's getting bored.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, it's okay. All to support the horses of equine voices.
Not bad.
Counting?
Yes.
No, he's getting bored.
Yeah.
Thanks to our donors, we had an amazing array of silent items.
All right.
Thanks to our donors, we had an array of amazing silent auction items.
Wait. I don't need you to do that again. Jan's gonna fix something. What I'm thinking is, I want you to talk a little bit more about, because we don't know BJB as a country guy. That'll work.
Now, does he have
Does this all work? I want it to be perfect.
Well, you didn't.
Yeah.
You didn't say he was a country artist. You
Oh,
just
I
said
did.
national recording artist.
Should you say and his band?
Okay, that's good. Okay.
All right.
National recording artist.
Yep.
Okay.
Country.
Country. Country.
Yes.
All right. And he will help us and entertain us that evening and kick up our heels. I'm gonna have to do it again.
That's all right. National country recording artist.
National country recording artist.
Yep.
Okay.
I want to do it one more time.
Okay. I know I'm stuttering.
Just slow down a little bit. That's all you have to do.
All right. And we hope to see you there as well. Help us support the very horses that are in our care. I shouldn't have said very though.
Well, did she say equine voices?
No.
She did not say equine voices, but I wasn't going to bust her on that.
No, bust me on it. We have to make it perfect.
Okay.
Of 2024. Hope to see you then.
That was money!
Was it? Make your reservation now because we will be selling out again for this event on October 22nd.
That was great except for the dog barking.
All right.
I could use that as the outtake.
I know. Tickets for this year's fundraiser are going fast. October 22nd, join us and book your reservation now.
Yeah, but you were, the only bad thing is you were so serious, and then at the end you gave this cheesy fake smile, which looks
It
like,
was like a Ralphie smile.
it was very much a Ralphie smile.
You know what I'm talking
Christmas
about?
story.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, it's all about fun.
That's right.
Was that a cheesy smile again?
No, that wasn't bad.
It wasn't.
I'm just thinking, maybe just give me so please get in contact with us.
Oh, we should say our website.
Yes.
Oh, but you always put it on there.
I always put it on there.
To make your reservation, please go to our website at equinevoices.org and you can order.
It's all right.
Okay, start over.
You're fine.
Okay. And do it fast because they're selling. Dumb.
Try it one more time. Just
Okay. Your support helps the various horses in our care. No, wait. Blah, blah, blah. Thanks to your generous support, it helps us with our equine. Why am I having trouble with this one? Okay, wait, I got it. Okay. Thanks to your generous support, you are helping us save these beautiful animals.
That works. Try it one more time.
Okay.
I'm good with that.
Are you sure?
Yes, I can work with that. Okay, last one is, this one is the,
This is painful today.
I know it is. We should have served you some wine before we started.
I know, why not? I have the bottles right there in my cart.
It's not easy. That was a lot of fun. We always have fun when we do those, but at some point when that was a little bit more painful in terms of, usually she's pretty on it and we don't have too many takes. Now the other thing that was interesting was having the horse Spirit in the shot. Well, that only lasted about 3 minutes and then Spirit was done. So,
Well, Spirit's going, where's the food?
Yeah.
Like all the other horses when you're trying to get it to cooperate. You know,
well, it's never going to happen. You can't, you're trying to control everything and, in the chute, and when you have an animal like Spirit or any animal, and some of the other things we've done, we've had horses in the shot, and then the next shot they're off somewhere else, and it's just, if it happens, it happens. It works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So
the good thing is with the final cut, the ones that you have with Spirit,
right.
it's a cooperating horse that looks like it's got a lot of love.
Oh, sure.
So it's like it works. You're getting those sweet nuggets out of there. Is that the pony in the vial that they talked about?
The pony in the
Bone in the bottle. There's got to be a bunny in here somewhere.
What are you talking about?
That's an old joke.
Oh, from an old guy? Come on.
Let's still do about a big pile of food.
I have no
There's a
idea.
big pile of food somewhere here. There's got to be a pony in the pile.
Oh,
Yeah.
You don't know that story.
no, I don't know that I want to know that story. Okay. All right. Does anybody have anything else? I know we're going to do your thing after.
Yeah.
Tom. Does anybody have anything else? If not, thank you for coming today. We will meet again. The off week is next Monday on the 19th. And then we will meet here in the club on the 26th. That'll be Zoom and hybrid. And we hope to see you then. Get out and shoot. Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.